right? Boom, we out here, right? Also, you can check me out on YouTube right now at LA Styles. LA Styles right now. I am live streaming this video on YouTube currently right now. If visuals is better for you, you can see me and you can see the screen. It looks very slick. You know what I mean? This is what we do over here. We innovate. You know what I mean? So boom, right? So let me read the story. Let me read the story to y'all. Right? City student. You ready, Reese?
Let's do it.
All right. City student passes 3 classes in 4 years, ranks near top half of class with a 0.13 GPA. Boom. This is a shocking discovery out of a Baltimore City high school where Project Baltimore was found or has found hundreds of students are failing. It's a school where a student who passed 3 classes in 4 years ranks near the top half of his class with a .13 grade point average. Tiffany France thought her son would receive his diploma this coming June, but after 4 years of high school, France just learned her 17-year-old must start over. He's been moved back to ninth grade.
God
Uh,
damn.
he's stressed, and I am too. Now, this is quote. This is quote. This is what she's saying, right? He's stressed, and I am too. Not the previous part, but this part right here. He's stressed, and I am too. I told him I'm probably going to start crying. I don't know what to do for him, France told Project Baltimore. Why would he do 3 more years in high school? He didn't fail. The school failed him. The school failed at their job. They failed. They failed. That's the problem here. They failed. They failed. He didn't deserve that. Um, Francis' son attends Augusta Fells, that's no pun, it's spelled Fells, Augusta Fells Savage Institute of Visual Arts in West Baltimore. His transcripts show he's passed just 3 classes in 4 years, earning 2.5 credits, placing him in ninth grade, technically, because he only has 2.5 credits. But Fran says she didn't know that until February. She has 3 children and works 3 jobs. She thought her oldest son was doing well because even though he failed most of his classes, he was being promoted. His transcripts show he failed Spanish 1 and Algebra 1, but was promoted to Spanish 2 and Algebra 2. He also failed English 2, but was passed on to English 3. I'm just assuming that if you are passing, this is quotes, so this is what she's saying now. I'm just assuming that if you are passing, that you have the proper things to go to the next grade and the right grades. You have the right credits, she said. All right, this is what she assuming when I guess she sent his report cards or his transcript. Um, as we dig deeper into her son's records, we can see in his first 3 years of Augusta Fells, he failed 22 classes and was late or absent 272 times. But in those 3 years, only one teacher requested a parent conference, which France, that's her name, the parent name, says never happened. No one from the school told France her son was failing and not going to class. This is quote unquote. I feel like they never gave my son an opportunity. Like if there was an issue with him not advancing or not progressing, that they should have contacted me first 3 years ago,
Hmm.
said France. Right? In his 4 years of Augusta Fells, Francis' son earned a GPA total of .13. He only passed 3 classes, but his transcripts show that his class rank is at 62 out of 120. This means nearly half his classmates, 58 of them, have a .13 grade point average or lower. He's a good kid. He didn't deserve that. Where's the mentors? Where's the help for him? I hate that this is happening to my child, said an emotional friend. Project Baltimore talked to a city schools administrator who works inside North Avenue, but asked not to be identified for fear of retaliation. That administrator says the school system absolutely failed Francis' son. The administrator told Fox 45 News city schools failed because it has protocols and interventions set up to help students who are failing behind or have low attendance. In Francis' son's case, that didn't happen. The administrator says, I get angry. There's nothing but frustration. We see on the news the crime that occurs, the murders, the shootings. We know that there are high levels of poverty in Baltimore. Things like this are adding to that. His transcripts is not unusual to me. I've seen many transcripts, many report cards like that particular student, that the city school administrator. So this is a common thing, right? Um, Dr. Sonia, I'm not sure how to pronounce her last name, was the city school CEO 4 years ago when Francis' son was a freshman, but she was not interviewed with Fox 45 News. Instead, we received a two-page statement which explains what should happen when a student is chronically absent or failing. The district says students, not this particular student, says students received a letter about their academic status this past summer, and records can be accessed through the campus portal. When a student is absent, an automated call is placed to the number on file. The statement also said the school conducted recent home visits, and the student parents visited the school. France said none of that happened. What the statement does not address is why Francis' son was promoted despite failing classes. It doesn't discuss his class rank or the 48 other students with a GPA of 0.13 or lower, but it does say North Avenue is reviewing actions that impact the students' outcomes at the school prior to this year. It took a lot for me to just build the courage to do this, France told Project Baltimore. It's some more after that. Right. So this kid who's 17 is now, which is crazy, effectively going back to the ninth grade. Right. Um, as of this last month in February. Right. Because he don't have which is crazy. Right. Because how did he become a senior? But now as a senior with graduation coming up, you say, hey man, you got to go back and start over again to the ninth grade at that. That they was promoting him. Not like resetting like, oh, you passed Spanish, so you got to take Spanish again. They moved him to the next class, which would be that next year of from a freshman to a sophomore, from a sophomore to a junior, from a junior to a senior. And now as a senior, you say, hey man, you should have never been here. We're gonna move you back down. That's crazy. What you gotta say about this, Bisco?
Fuck. As much as I would love to ask a question and blame the Democrats because we all know Baltimore, Maryland, be more careful. Democrat led city and state has been fucked up for ages. I gotta ask, like, does George W. Bush, No Child Left Behind, act back in 2001 have anything to do with this? Two, I know y'all gonna hate me for this. I'm supposed to be the angry guy. Where the fuck are the fathers? Where is his father? I get it. I get it. I get it. It's easy to blame white daddy for everything. You got three kids. I think probably about three different niggas. Where's the father? How can a kid fail so hard for so many years and you don't check nothing? I get it. You want to go off the strong single mother trope. No, you don't get no kudos. No brownie points here. Ma'am, you failed. Not that school. You should have been checking.
Ooh, you blaming her?
Absolutely.
She said she didn't know.
Absolutely. She didn't
Okay,
know. How
okay.
don't you know? How are you not
Hold on,
involved
Bisco.
in your children's life?
Hold on, Bisco. We got some more people in here. Just a catch up right quick. Quick like 30-second catch up for those of you who didn't hear what I just read. Right. So in Baltimore, there's a student. Well, there's multiple students. This happened to what 62 out of 120 of them. So more than half of that school's graduation year or senior class. There's a student um, who um, has missed. He's 17 and he's a senior, right? So in the history of being at this particular school, he was either late or absent for 272 days. Along with that, he has failed 22 classes, right? Um, Yet the school was moving him to the next level of classes, i.e., he failed Spanish 1 and what was it, something else, in Algebra 1, but they moved him after that to Spanish 2 and Algebra 2. He failed English 3, English 2, but yet they moved him to the next level also, along with moving his grades from a freshman to a sophomore to a junior to a senior, right? His mom just found out this month or last month in February that they're moving her son back to ninth grade because he only has a 0.13 GPA, right? What's crazy is 62 students out of the 120 graduating from that school this year all have that same exact situation where they fall under the 0.13 GPA or lower. So half his class ain't graduating for sure. I think wouldn't you don't you have to have like a 2.5 to graduate or something like that? I can't remember. I ain't graduated high school in a long time, but that's bad. That's
Dude,
bad,
high school was almost 20 years ago.
dude. Like
Wait, it
seriously,
was 20 years ago.
it was yeah, it was 20 for me. 20 for me.
Fuck.
Um, so but the school was passing him. The lady said they didn't send no letters. She didn't know any of this at all. And when she seen and she was stupid to a degree because she said when she seen the report card, it showed that he failed, but it also showed that he was moving to the next class. So she assumed that he was getting some right or doing something right for them to be progressing him or promoting him to the next class. She didn't know until now, his senior year, that they're going to move her 17-year-old son back down to the ninth grade to start over again. What do y'all feel is the disconnect, the problem? What do you feel about the school system or systems? How is it where you at? Do you have something similar stories? What? Let us know what's going on. Oh, hold on, we got two in the chat. Hold up.
Listen, I just think like the whole testing these kids when we're in the middle of a pandemic, these kids aren't learning. They're not learning with remote learning. And maybe some are, maybe some aren't. But why add that pressure with these standardized tests? These standardized tests are just for the school system to get more freaking money. They don't care about the children, you know? And we're in the middle of a pandemic. Who cares? Who freaking cares? Like, seriously. Like, who cares?
Okay, okay. She sound frustrated. Hold on, we gonna come back to you. Hold on, let's get these two out.
I
Y'all can.
graduated in 1998, and we had, in New York City, we had regencies. You had to literally, like, pass all your classes, and then you had to take a certain kind of, like, math region, English regions, all these regions to literally get a freaking diploma. They just took the regents out of New York City. Just like literally a couple months ago. It's ridiculous.
Okay, yeah. We agree. We coming back.
How long did she not know for? And why did not the school tell her more sooner about the situation and everything?
Okay, so she said right that no one contacted her from the school that he had even missed those many days or was because it's okay. So he was absent and or late for 272 days out of those 3+ years, those quote unquote 4 years, right? Um, and normally, at least when I was in high school, after you miss like 3 days or something like that, they'll contact your parents. She's saying no one contacted her. So, and she works 3 jobs. She's saying she never got anything in the mail, right? It also states that in all that amount of time, only one teacher called called for a parent teacher conference to even talk about anything that was going on in the school or about her son, regarding her son. She says that meeting never took place. Not that the teacher lied, because she said she don't know, but no one never reached out to her about this was going on, right? Along with she's not really suspecting anything because her son is being promoted in grades. He couldn't, in her head, she can't be doing that bad because now he's a sophomore. Can't be doing that bad because now he's a junior. Can't be doing that bad because now he's goddamn, I'm losing my train of thought. I forgot about these motherfuckers. Um, but anyway, I ain't been to high school in so long. So now he's a senior. So now she didn't know any of this was going on until she got a call that he was being moved back to the ninth grade. When she got that call, that's when all the information came out. She's like, huh? What? What's going on? So that's what I'm saying. We don't know what the disconnect was. I just read a lot right before I started this, and I don't want to have to read all that again. But it pretty much just states that like he was being promoted in classes. So it was almost like she just didn't know. You know what I mean? He was getting to the next stage in every class. He went from algebra to trigonometry to from algebra to algebra 2 to trigonometry. He's being promoted in class, but he's failing these classes every time. And nobody's telling her, which is crazy because he shouldn't even be promoted in class. Right? How you fail somebody in Spanish 1, but then you move them to Spanish 2? Which gets harder, nigga. I didn't pass 1. What the fuck you doing? That don't even make sense. But they was doing it, right?
Okay.
Half of his graduating class has a .13 GPA or lower. He ranks at 62, right? Out of the list, he's 62 out of 120 students, and his GPA at the rank of 62 is .13. So I'm pretty sure it's over half that school is failing, and that's their senior class. A bunch of people who probably shouldn't be there. That's their senior class. Hold up. Oh, and then they rushed out to. So one of the administrators they rushed out to also read, and that's on. Let me show you, by the way. If you can go on to foxbaltimore.com, right? That's the website. That's the news report. Foxbaltimore.com, right? It's Fox 45 News. And you can read that. The headline is, if you want to look it up for yourself, the headline is City Student Passes 3 classes, only 3 classes, right? City Student passes 3 classes in 4 years, ranks near top half of class with a 0.13 GPA. That's the headline. If you want to look it up for yourself, right? While we having this conversation, you can go look that up again on foxbaltimore.com. And that's the headline. City student passes 3 classes in 4 years. And then as you read it, you can let us know what you think about that. Hold on 1 second, Bisco.
When it comes to the school systems, the main problem, if you ask me, is once a teacher gets tenured, which means they've been at that school for 3 years, they've gone under, um, they've been watched and observed, they call it. And they've been there for 3 years, they get a tenure. It means they can't be fired unless they do something heinous or, something really wrong. And I think that teachers need to have, that's not a good system. You can't just, if there's a bad teacher and they're stuck there because they got a tenure, if you ask me, that shit ain't right. You can't get that anywhere else in any other jobs.
Facts. He ain't lied yet. Hold up.
But shout out to all the good teachers out here doing their thing. I appreciate you. You deserve more money.
They do deserve more money. I ain't gonna lie. They get paid. If any, it's going off of yesterday, the minimum wage thing. There is some people who deserve to get paid more. There is some positions that deserve to get paid more. Teachers being one of the main ones.
It's not designed to educate you. It's just to give you a little bit of knowledge, but be able to sit for 8 hours and take instructions, because that's what you're going to do in the factory in 16 years.
Damn.
That's messed up,
Yikes.
man. Why gotta be like that?
And his ass knew that uh he didn't know what he was getting passed on. He knew he didn't know geometry to be going to trigonometry or whatever the case. And all in all, it should have been some type of report card. And again, if you seeing all fails and not understanding why your son is getting moved on when he can't even pass the classes, then that's something that you need to take off of one of your jobs and make an appointment and go down there and talk to the teachers and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I agree with the you want a cape because you a single parent or whatever. I don't know if the father is there or not, but the school also have to take responsibility. It's not all on the parents, because that's whack that you skipping somebody up when you know that they don't even know the material, and then at the end of it, you want to push them back. That's whack.
Facts. It is. It's messed up that they let him get that far, and then pushed him back versus getting getting it situated right then and there. That's really the messed up, like the worst part. They let dude think he was passing when you knew he wasn't, right? And I can know that mentally that I'm not passing. But if you tell me I'm going to the next level, then you know what I mean? I'm going to the next level. You know what I mean? That's where all my friends going. If they all finna be sophomores, why would I stay in ninth grade? You know what I mean? And to do that, I would have to choose that. Go to somebody and say, "Hey, man, what's going on?" You know what I mean? I failed all these classes. Should I be redoing this again? But he's just
Wait,
going where they
this
tell him to go.
hold
This is your schedule. You gotta go.
you
You
can
gotta
show
report to
up.
Spanish too. You gotta report to algebra too. Oh, okay.
You can show up to school, public school every day and get a 1 point. This you telling me this fucktard was he skipped school. Look at the numbers here. He skipped school. And as the last commenter said, you telling me there was not one lady. You didn't see not one report card. You didn't find that fucking strange. You didn't see not one report card in 4 years? This dude has been habitually failing for 4 years. And you didn't see nothing? No. I can't give her a pass on this one, LA. I can't. She's
No,
a
no, no.
fucking idiot.
She didn't say she didn't see nothing. She didn't say she didn't see nothing. She said,
What happened?
she said that she's seen transcripts, right? I guess I don't know if that's yearly, if they do that yearly or whatever the case is. And
You
the
didn't see
transcript.
a
What?
quarterly report card, though?
I mean, I don't know how often
Go ahead.
they get their transcripts over there, so I can't speak to that. You know what I mean? We both ain't been to school, and I don't know how long, so I don't know how they do it. I
I'm
don't know if
getting
they give
angry.
this shit out
I'm
3
getting
months or
angry.
4 months or yearly. I don't know how they give out transcripts. Is it quarterly when the school when your because we used to have blocks. You remember back in the day? Well,
Yeah.
after that
When
block
you,
schedule
yeah.
ends, I don't know when they get those out, but she said she's seen whatever she was looking at. I think she said it was transcripts. She's seen them, right? And they said that he was failing. He failed or has failed the classes, but in that same transcript, they was promoting him to the next class. So in her head, this is what she's saying. She didn't think he was that bad off if you're promoting him to the next class or the next
Oh,
grade.
okay, wait. Stop the show. Stop the show.
Hmm?
You seen that your child failed every class, but in that same mindset, that same sentence, you thought to yourself, he wasn't doing that bad?
Mm-hmm.
Bitch, please. Are you serious? Come on, man. Bitch. Are you serious? LA, what are we talking about right now? Honestly.
That's what she said,
Honestly.
man. What's the problem?
She's a fucking idiot, and we're going to let her get away with that shit?
Did nobody
I
say
get it.
she's
The
not?
school failed them.
Did nobody say she's not?
Hmm.
The question is, why is
This
this
is,
even happening in the first place when it comes to the schools?
I can tell you why it's happening.
How
The
how
stupid
how are
people get,
we feeling like it used to be? I mean, we did have that one. It was a time period when they was passing people like crazy. Um,
yeah, after
that
the
that
year
was that was like
2000.
failing. They had passed a lot of motherfuckers, and I don't mean like they got there and got moved back. They walked across the stage, bruh. Like they got handed a diploma and everything, and didn't know like almost nothing. Like I forget what it was. Oh, it was over here. I don't know if that happened to y'all back in the day, but that happened over here like crazy. But it got to a point where that didn't happen, and they would be quick to fail you, not let you go all the way up, and then not say, "Hey, you failed last year, you have to redo that." They say, "Hey, man, you failed the last three. You got to go all the way back at almost 20 years old, back to the ninth grade." That's crazy. Hold on. We
Well,
got two.
And also another thing is that if they're sending her messages through mail, why don't they have her email? Why don't they have her phone number to text her through or anything? I mean, she has a phone. We're in the day of an age that we're all about technology. Why are we always going through mail? That's kind of what something that you said earlier about that they were sending her mail about that and that how she didn't get any of that. I call bullshit on that. And also I agree with y'all about, the school system failing in 2021. And plus, it's really, I guess, really not their fault. It's really the pandemic's fault. So really, I think, our economy should step up a little bit. And I mean, I don't really know what to do.
Okay, hold on.
Go ahead, Risco. You sound like you going through something over there, dog.
Let me breathe.
You good?
Okay, look. 2 commenters, shout out to y'all. I can't recall the names right now. The guy and the female in the beginning. We keep blaming the pandemic. The pandemic started last year in March. This little fucker was failing for the last 4 years. I'm sorry, no, still don't get a pass. This goes to show you, all parents on the line right now, all people expecting to be parents in the near future and you want kids, keep them away from the public school indoctrination system. It sucks. If you cannot afford to put your kid in charter or private school, do not have children. I'm sorry. I know it's going to make a couple people coochies hurt, but public schools are not where it's at. They suck. They don't teach you shit. And now they're introducing curriculum to turn your kids into transgenders. Why would my 5-year-old need to know what a transgender is? Come on, man. What are we talking about here? Then we wonder why, oh my God, it's failing. Okay. We pay taxes to these schools. And we all look at the teachers. The teachers union in America is a fucking mafia syndicate damn near. They don't want to go return back to the schools. They always yell this believe the science bullshit that everybody, Lord and Savior Anthony Jesus Fauci, lies every other week about this pandemic in your little face diapers. So they use what Fauci say and say, hey, I'm not going back to work for in-class learning. Even though America ranks the lowest in so many academic, oh God, my head is hurt. We rank the lowest in reading. We rank the lowest in mathematics. We rank the lowest in sciences. Public school system. The teachers don't give a fuck. Why should they get paid more? Their teacher union needs to be dismantled. They have failed our children. I don't have children, yet I pay for all y'all bastard children to go to these weak-ass public schools. Don't get me started on federal fucking taxes. No, she does not get a pass. That school, Baltimore, Maryland. Why the fuck would you live there? Come on, man. Come on, I gotta do the Joe Biden. Come on, man. Why the fuck would you live in a shithole like Baltimore? That's almost as bad as fucking Chicago. Come on, man.
What's wrong with you, man? That's the goddamn respect.
No. Fuck that, bro. No. I can't believe that the buffoonery I'm fucking hearing in the article. The school has failed. I work 3 jobs. Come on, lady. We know. Okay, get it. Walmart, one of them. You a personal care worker for one of them. Everybody seems to be that, even though you don't take care of nobody.
Mm-hmm.
And the third one is you a part-time Instagram model on OnlyFans. You do not have 3 fucking jobs. Like, who the fuck are you kidding? And it goes back to my first point. Where are the fucking fathers?
I don't know.
Oh my God. Oh my fucking head. My head. Okay, let's keep going.
All right, hold on, we got one in there.
I don't know if you guys have heard of the story of that Zoom call with a deaf student getting mocked by the teacher because she wouldn't respond because she can't hear, and the translator takes a little bit to translate what the teacher's saying. So the teacher got frustrated and kind of really, in a way, attacked her, made her feel really crappy. And because he was a tenured teacher, he got to keep his position but got paid leave. And everyone was, calling in the offices, trying to get him fired. Because honestly, if you're doing that to one student, what the hell are you doing to other students? Like,
Facts.
that is some bullshit. Tenured teachers should not, that whole system is messed up. Nope.
As LA would say, all facts, no printer. I don't think he quite said it like that, but
It's all
you
facts.
fuckers get it.
It's
All
it's
facts, no printer.
it's 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 almost like a guarantee. It's almost like a built-in guaranteed cushion at all times, no matter what you do. So it's not really like it works. I mean, because you look at it like you making progression. Like, hey, I've been here so long, like a seniority thing. You know what I mean? That I was able to become a tenure um, a professor or a teacher. You know what I mean? But at the same time, that could give you a sense of complacity. You know what I mean? To where even if you slacked off on your worst day or bad days or whatever the case is, you still will have a job. Even if you did some of the wildest shit. Not saying, and I don't know how far they can go, but some of the wildest shit will get away with them. They will not teaching motherfuckers and be like, hey, I'm still gonna get paid anyway, so it don't matter to me. It's almost kind of like having a union to a degree, But nah, man, that particular situation that should have been addressed. I mean, I don't mean like yesterday, 2 weeks ago. We talking about 4 years. 4 years. You failed a student or multiple students. You had to fail like probably 2/3 of his class. His graduating class is probably failing. It's probably failing. He's ranked 62, which is over 50% out of the 120 that's graduating in his school this year. He's ranked 62 out of the 120, and his GPA is 1.3. So imagine the next 20 above him. They're probably still under 1 point. The next 20 above them is under 1.5. The 20 above them is
Where's
probably under
the?
2.
I got a question, LA. Where's the fucking school board? Where's the superintendent that sees these numbers quarterly? Fuck, 90% of our fucking students are failing. That's an emergency meeting right there. No one did anything. So
Well, just
once
go to
again, it's
to
Baltimore.
to what was in the article. Again, if you want to look up to see any of it, right? Uh, you can Google foxbaltimore.com, right? And if they have you search for the title of the article, right, which was just put out March 2nd, is City Student Passes 3 classes in 4 years, ranks near top half of class with 0.13 GPA. Right, if you want to look at it for yourself on your own time or whenever the case is, right? In the article, it said that the news they tried to reach out to the CEO of the school. They refused to comment, but instead of commenting, they sent that paperwork that says pretty much like a PR. No, this is what happens, or this is what's supposed to happen when so and so blah is skippy. But they have no paperwork that they acted on any of that. They said, "Oh no, when he fails or when he's late X amount of times, and when he when he's when he misses school, when he's completely absent, we send paperwork to everybody's houses. We even do in-home visits, and we had whatever where the parents came to the school and talked to us about so and so so and so. So I find it weird that in any of these meetings that no conversation took place about her son moving up but not passing, or him consistently failing, or him being missing for 200 absent or late for 272 days. Normally, when you got X amount of absences, they'll damn near kick you out of school.
Yeah.
Well, at least
Or they call
back when I was there.
the police.
Yeah, to go find it. He had 272 out of 4 years, so that's like what? If you divide that by 4, that's what, like 50. It's like between 50 and 60 days absent, late or absent every year. That's like 2 months. The dude was missing like 2 months out of the year, mind you. A school year is only like 9 months. You got 3 months of summer.
Oh
You know what I
my
mean? That's not even in between breaks or whatever. So that's crazy. So again, school system, they kept on passing this guy to from a freshman to a sophomore to a junior to a senior. They also kept on elevating his classes like he was passing, even though you giving him a report card that said he failed. But you giving him his next transcript like, hey, this is your class schedule. You go into the next level of the classes, i.e., Spanish 2 from Algebra 1 to Algebra 2, from Spanish 1 to Spanish 2, and he kept failing those classes, yet they kept on moving him to the next level of classes. Trigonometry, I think, is after, or used to be, or is it geometry after? No, which one is whatever the case is. I know trigonometry is somewhere in there. I can't remember. That shit was 20 years ago. Over 20 years
It's like
ago.
geometry.
If
It's
we
algebra,
talked about when I
geometry,
did something.
trigonometry, pre-calculus, calculus.
Boom. They passed him to those after he failed the previous one. They passed him to the
Oh
next
my
one
god.
that he also wasn't ready for, just so you can fail him again and then pass him to the next one every year. It wasn't until this is his graduating year in February, right? Keep in mind they probably should graduate in about 2 or 3 months or something like that, maybe like 2 months. And then they told him not only are you it's behind 10 seconds. It's supposed to be behind, soldier. It's supposed to be behind to you. There's always a delay when you live stream to YouTube. You can't compare the what you're hearing on the audio on stereo to YouTube. It's gonna be a delay. Anywho, boy, um, damn, I forgot this motherfucker made me lose my train of thought with this whole ass. But yeah, like how we making that move? How y'all pass? Why y'all passing? It should have been just easy just for him to, hey man, you got to redo this grade and stay there. And be like, okay, no, we need his mama to come in to come talk to us. You know what I mean? To see what's going on. That's what it used to be. We need you to come in to come talk to us. Along with us failing your child, we still need you to come in to come talk to us. And if you don't, then the authorities will be sent to your house because you might be an unfit parent. At least that's the things that used to take place. So I don't know, man. That's weird. That's real weird that happened like that for so long, a period of time, bro. 4 years is something crazy. You said 3 to 4 years, something crazy. Not a couple of weeks. Not that he passed or failed 2 or 3 classes, but moved on. He failed for years and moved on. That's like somebody just being shitty at their job, yet who was a general labor or a temp, but you gonna hire him on. Then you hire him on. He's still ridiculously shitty at his job to where he holding everybody back. But now he's the team lead. He's still horrible. Like he just bad, nigga. Like he have accidents, caused other people to have accidents. He messed up the line. You know what I mean? He causing the business money. But now he assistant supervisor. It's like how he keep on getting promoted and then turn around, hey man, yeah man, we might have to move you back down to a temp. 4 years later, four
Nah,
positions later.
nah. First off, you stupid motherfuckers better give me my stupid ass my motherfucking diploma. You ain't about to move me back. I ain't about to
No,
be
I'm
fucking
not going back,
legal. I'm not about to be able to legally smoke cigarettes and being a freshman in high school. I'm not gonna do it.
bro.
Oh
He gonna
God.
graduate when he like 22. 22. At 22, he damn should be having a college degree. Oh, we got one in the chat.
Dude, you nailed it. It is a union problem. My father used to work for the postal union, and he worked for some of the sorriest MFers you ever seen in your life. He would work fast, and they would come to him and say, "Man, you got to slow down. You're making us look bad." And he didn't slow down. And guess what happened the next day when he went out to his car? Two of his tires were slashed. This is a union problem. The teachers end up working for the unions, not the schools.
Hmm. He's speaking facts. I'm in the union now. You know what I mean? As a mail carrier. I don't know
I,
if you're still there, but I'm in the union now, and I'm a mail carrier. So that type of
I
union is
was
what
in
I
the
have to deal with.
union when I was in law enforcement, and what is it? What, all facts, no printer, because it protects the sorriest motherfuckers and the people who bust their ass and work hard. It don't seem like it does anything for you. Yeah, it's sad.
Facts. Hold on.
Fuck.
Let me try something right quick. Let me hear something. Hold up. Let me mute this right quick. But so yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know what we can do about that type of shit. We might not be able to do anything, bro. I mean, I don't mean it like that, but it might be like that. Like I don't know. I don't know what you can do about that type of situation. You know what I mean? Is it the school? I mean, we know it's the school, but is the school with a combination of the system, the parents? Are we not involved enough? You know what I mean? Like I see Jonas' report card, but I don't go to his school all the time. Like I don't talk to his teachers for any reason or whatever the case. Outside of me picking him up from school, at least back when pre-corona. You know what I mean? But of course we don't do that now because he's in a private school. It's all well, he's been in a private school, but it's all online right now. They don't have no in building teaching right now, no in building learning. Um, but yeah, I can say I'm one of them parents that's not like super involved in his learning experience as far as like talking to his principal, his teachers, his multitude of teachers, going through his classes, seeing who we kick it with. I don't do that. You know what I mean? But Jonas is also a 4.0 student. He done been a 4.0 student from fifth, fourth, and third grade. You know what I mean? So I really never felt that need. So I kind of get it to a degree, especially in her situation. Not cutting any slack, but she's saying she's a single parent of 4 kids, and he's the oldest, and she works 3 jobs to maintain her 4 kids in a household. You know what I mean? So I get it that she might not have the time to always go to a school, especially if they're not notifying you of anything. You just figuring, okay, he's passing, he's going to the next grade, he's going to the next class, okay, whatever. You know what I mean? Time to go back to work. And she goes back to work. That's why I think it's like a combination of everything. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, man. That's a weird situation. I know for a fact if you try to send me back to ninth grade and I'm 17, I'm dropping out. It's a wrap, bro.
Right. You
It's a
better
wrap.
take
If
your
I
ass
can go
to a
across the
technical
stage,
college.
yeah, you better send me something where I can like learn on my own, get a tutor or something. Like, do they even still do tutors? I need a tutor or something so I can catch up, so I can pass with my class. Worst case scenario that I'm willing to accept, I might go back a year. You ain't finna bust me back down to a freshman, and I'm about to be 18. Nah, I'm dropping out. I'm dropping out. I can give me a GED. You know what I mean? Like, and bust some moves out here, bro. What about you, Reese? Besides the fact you said you ain't going, what you gonna do then? If you don't go back to start all over?
I'll do the Malcolm X route minus the jail.
But
I'm
look,
going to teach myself shit.
imagine
I'm
you,
going to take
Risco.
those high school equivalency exams and then get a fucking GED or something.
This, imagine you, Risco. You like 6'3". You know what I mean? It's high school fresh. This high school senior Reese. You know what I mean? This is pre-train. You know what I mean? You like 6'3". You know what I mean? You got a goatee coming in and whatnot. You know what I mean? And now they finna bust you back down to kick it with niggas just coming out of 8th grade who like 5'5", 5'4". Niggas ain't got no facial hair. They don't know what vagina smell like. You finna be kicking with these niggas at lunchtime and everything. You know what I mean? Drinking cartons of milk, you know what I mean, together, and chocolate cookies and shit, eating dry ass pizza
Chocolate cookie.
and hot chicken legs and shit like that. And you like damn near 20. You
Oh
listen, bro,
God.
you gonna be sitting at lunch tables where your leg is too long and shit. You remember,
What is this, Billy Madison or something?
bro?
Like what
Let's
the
go.
fuck?
Therefore, I'm gonna picture. You got to picture you. I was tall. I was 6'1". I haven't grown since I graduated high school. I was 6'1" when I graduated. If I would bust back down, I had sideburns, my beard was coming in and everything. So going, dude, ninth grade is not too far from eighth. That only means you just passed eighth. You can still have the same physique of an eighth grader and be in ninth grade. And you get to ninth grade and you see a nigga that's like 18 years old who look grown as a bitch. That nigga probably drive to school. And that's you know what I mean? What if you gotta get tutored by one of these niggas?
Well, that'd be embarrassing. First off, luckily for me, when I was a senior, I didn't look like I was a senior. I actually looked like I was a sophomore because my facial hair didn't come in until like 2021. Um, God, that's just embarrassing, dude. That's fucking embarrassing. Oh,
Hold on.
what the fuck?
Your encoder is sending data faster than in real time. Oh. How's my encoder sending data faster than real time? That's crazy. I have to look into that. See why that is. Damn. I ain't never heard of shit like that. My computer too fast for the live stream? The fuck? But nah, man, we
That's some
gotta
good shit.
that's some good shit right there though. That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah,
Um but okay, hold on, no. We got three in the comments on. Let's let them get their shit off.
Well, hello, you all. Yes, it is a combination of both the school system, the parents, and the teachers. Because you have to understand, back then, we didn't have to do a lot for our kids to fail. If they didn't know the skills to pass that grade, they didn't pass. But nowadays, you have to be able to go through and do different instruction, do a tier with them, go from tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. And then parents don't get involved until the last minute saying, what can I do at the 4th weeks to get my child to pass? Well, it's too late. So it is a combination of all three.
Okay. Got a combo.
Okay, I'm currently a senior in Florida, and the school system had not only disappointed me physically but also virtually. I so I'm trying to stay safe at home, right? Now I have to go ahead and go to school, physical school, the basic a corona cesspool, and potentially catch corona for a damn college board exam called the SATs. It should be called FML because it's fucking my life. Okay? So first that was my main gripe of today because I had to take it today. But like aside from that, like my long term gripe's been like, like how online shit I'm not learning shit. Like and physical school just been disappointing since the beginning of time.
well, I would say this. If you are scared of the Budweiser virus, you think you're going to catch it and die, even though your science numbers don't reflect that. Don't don't assume that risk. Stay your ass at home.
Ooh.
There you go. Problem solved. Stay. I'm so I don't I'm tired. I'm so sick of this pandemic. I don't know what to do. Everybody, oh my God, wear a mask, do this and do that. Stay your ass at home if you don't want to assume the risk. You can't have a blanket solution for everybody. My physique is different from yours, LA. Yours is different from who is that? City Boy or Crazy Boy. Crazy Boys is different from Kyle, 18s. We all have different types of immune systems. We all been through different shit. You can't have a singular solution. So my my solution to all you guys, especially this, keep your kids out of the public school indoctrination camps. If you are that terrified of the Budweiser virus, these are the vitamins that will help your body fight off the virus. Guess what? I had the virus. I beat the virus. I'm still here talking to you all right now. So these are the following vitamins that can help you fight this virus, which Dr. Anthony Jesus Fauci will not tell you for some reason, or your government. Selenium, 200 mcgs. D3, black people, listen to that. 3D3, excuse me, at least 5,000 IUs. A super vitamin B complex, B12, vitamin C, calcium, magnesium, and zinc. Drink plenty of water. It's a fucking virus. Fauci said the same shit in the 80s about HIV and AIDS. Said it was going to be a pandemic. Millions are going to die. Guess what? He was wrong back then, too. Why the fuck are we listening to him? But that's not the topic of this show. Keep your kids out of these fucking indoctrination camps, you idiots. God.
Up.
My daughter's a senior in high school this year, and thank God we live in a free state. We don't live in one of these effed up lockdown states. But she's not missed one day of school ever. And so the problem here is we're going to have a generation of kids that come from all these lockdown states. They're going to be behind. And I don't know what we're going to do about catching all these kids up, because there's going to be a lost generation of kids coming into college. And then you have other countries like China and other Asian countries that's just going to smoke them when it gets to college and college entrance. And that's the problem here. You still got a lot of states that want to keep kids out because of the teachers' unions.
Hey,
Okay,
he's
Rock.
absolutely right. And I know exactly what we're going to do out of all these hundreds of thousands of kids that were already behind pre-pandemic, but now are really behind. We're going to ask CNN and we're going to ask Anthony Jesus Fauci, what should we do? Oh, save us, Lord Fauci.
That's your boy, ain't
It got to be. Because here, the only two professions I know in this fucking country that can be wrong half the time and still keep a job, Anthony Fauci and meteorologists. God, what are we talking about?
Another thing I hate, since I have to do everything virtually, I cannot go ahead and go up to my building and ask, hey, where's this counselor or whatever, and then they point me the direction and I see if they're there or not there, and I can be like, it's easier to get settled that way, right? No, this is what happened. Now I have to go call the school, pretend like I have a deep voice and act like an adult, so they know I'm not playing around. Be like, yes, can I get the enrollment directory programmer? Yeah, okay. I need to speak with the Tech College Enrollment Center, dual enrollment. Like, and afterwards, like the person that does, the person that is, who I'm looking for, or whatever, they don't pick up their phone, and then it cuts me, it cuts me up, and I have to call them again, and I ask them the same question, and they hang up on me because they think it's like some prank call or whatever, and it just pisses me off.
And so my thing is this, LA,
it?
and I don't want to sway off into another subject 'cause I know how your shows go. They're scheduled for an hour, but they always go 5 with, and at the end it turns into X-rated. But
Mm-hmm. Happy
our
hour.
lockdowns helping. Our lockdowns helping us.
Helping the
That's my
students,
question
or
to
you
the
talking about
audience.
helping the people?
Everybody, students, parents, are these lockdowns helping?
Oh, that's a question.
Look at California. Yeah, look at California, New York. Are these helping?
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Mm.
Let's see.
I mean, then again, you gotta agree with the people that wear the mask and actually staying home and doing the precautions, because they're actually trying to lower the infection rates and everything. Let's say this, right? New Zealand kicking it, South Korea is kicking it, and I'm pretty sure Australia is kicking it because their people actually listen, and thus stopping the transmission. So whoever was sick, either died and didn't spread it, or got over it and didn't spread it, which led to less deaths and more infections. In America, where it's still in an awkward gray line because people are like, no, I have my rights and this and that, but they don't understand the concept of rights. And when there's a fucking pandemic, and having the concept of rights, so I mean, because like, okay, like look at it like this. Okay, there's one side that's like, okay, trying to ramp up things. I heard like Texas, like is open and everything. They don't need masks right now, although there's like a fucking pandemic, and still trying to go on about their own business, while the other side is trying to actually take precautions.
Did he finish or?
Let's see. We're gonna play the next one just to double check.
Which leaves us in a middle ground where it's like, okay, this part is trying to stop it. This part doesn't really care about it. So like, it's just leave and like now we have to put like national laws and everything hurting both parties because one is not following it, the other one's complaining about following it. It's a, I mean, I don't know. I think that's just like a exclusively American thing. We're so fucking divided. I could have sworn somewhere in the Bible or fucking Gettysburg Address by Lincoln, a house divided cannot stand. 420 years ago.
Okay, before we play another one, he said something about Australia. As I recall, Australia locked down completely 3 times. Yeah, so that's not a good argument. Remember LA last year when they told us when Anthony Jesus Fauci, our Lord and Savior, the best doctor of all time,
Mm-hmm.
no contest, when he told us last year 14 days to slow the spread. He said, well, hold on. First, he said wearing the mask is not effective. No one should really be wearing the mask. Then he said, okay, we're going to wear the mask and lock down for 14 days to slow the spread. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. It's a year later, LA. What the fuck happened? For a virus with a
I don't know.
99% survival rate, a
I
year
don't know.
later. Stop listening to the fucking government. Stop having. Look, I get it. Everybody's not religious. But I think they are. I think they are.
You are what?
Follow me here
Religion?
for a second.
Go ahead. Do
Yeah,
your thing.
well, yeah. Calypso, Oregon. I'm about to preach for a second. They don't believe in the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. No, they believe in the politicians and Anthony Jesus Fauci. That's their Lord and Savior. The Democrats and Republicans are their religion. They believe them just wholeheartedly. They tell you about these masks, which are not effective. They're not. They are not. I caught mine while wearing a fucking mask.
Mm-hmm. You know you're wrong.
Um, they use the CDC. If you actually read their new reports and studies about these masks and their effectiveness, they don't use them on peer-reviewed studies, meaning they don't use them on actual humans. They use computer simulations. These are not real tests and studies. Y'all keep yelling, believe the science. And I say, what science?
Mm.
So once again, I said it before, shout out to Crazy Boy. If you so terrified of the Budweiser virus, you think you're going to die, you're so terrified and all this, and you're using countries like Australia, which had to lock down 3 times, then they say, oh, China is back to normal. China is a communist party. They lie. They spread propaganda. How many times did they have to lock down their entire fucking country? It doesn't work. That's not how viruses work. Maybe the people out there all went to this same stupid ass Baltimore school, Maryland school. If you paid attention in middle school science, that's not how viruses work. Guess what? If you whatever you believe in, the Lord and Savior Anthony Fauci or Jesus Christ, whatever tickles your tank, you were blessed with this amazing thing called the immune system. Hmm. How do you build your immune system, you ask? Great fucking question, LA. Not by sitting in a fucking house with a diaper over your face, you idiots. Go ahead. I'm done. Go ahead.
What's wrong? You ain't done? You ain't over there?
No, this
You ain't
something
done?
pissed me off. First off, it's this dumbass school system, this dumbass city, this dumbass mother with her dumbass son failing for 4 years. You don't know what happened. You ain't seen not one fucking report card.
You don't know,
But
though. You know what?
I fucking bet you, she's seen them blunts and she's seen that motherfucking Patron bottle. What the fuck? Fuck this, man. What the fuck are we talking about?
Hey, Vice, I had the coronavirus too. I had it back in July. And guess what I did in August? Starting in August, I've sold my um, plasma, and I have so much money now. I have about $6,000. I haven't even touched it. I'm going to buy me a car with it. And I've never missed a day's worth of work, except for the 2 weeks I was sick when I had the corona.
Wow, how is that possible, LA?
What you mean, sir?
He's supposed to die.
What you mean? He was part of the
How?
he was part of the good percent.
Oh, this is bullshit. Why? Crazy boy, I need you to comment on Rock from GA. I need you to comment. How did he survive? How am I here right now talking to you guys? How did I survive?
Let's go to the next
Maybe, just maybe, your government is lying to you. Go ahead.
one. Ooh.
I don't know how valid that was from the person talking about like the whole state thing getting locked down and everything. Granted, online school is not the best thing, but it's a good alternative to physical school where you can actually catch the virus and affect people and get yourself infected. But you gotta understand at the same time, like if everybody cooperated, if I don't even, I'm not even talking about 100% American. I'm like something like low, well, relatively high, but like for how serious a pandemic is, kind of low. 90% of Americans complied with staying inside, and all the big cities like just staying inside, not transmitting the virus until government gives us a clear, and we actually having good government leadership. I'm pretty sure we would have been gone through this like New Zealand. We would have been gone through this like freaking where South Korea. We would have been gone through this like Australia. Those people are smart because they actually know what to do. We don't know what to do because we're
Okay, hold on before you play the continuation of his. And once again, the what I'm hearing is white daddy government, please save us. We're idiots. We don't know what to do. We don't know how to take vitamins. We don't know how to exercise and keep our immune systems up. White daddy, please, please, please save us, please.
That's what you hear?
That's why I'm here. That's why you keep saying these countries, New Zealand and South Korea. Also, New Zealand, South Korea, their diets and exercises are way different than ours. They focus on physical fitness. How many obese people are in South Korea? Come on, man. Come on, come on. Come on, man. I'm not the type of guy.
What's wrong with you, man?
Well, at least, no, at least Crazy Boy has calmed me down. I'm not as angry anymore. Let's keep it rolling. I like comments from him. Go ahead.
we don't know what to do because we're just acting a fool for no reason instead of listening to the people that actually have actual professionals in this and telling us to stop doing this and everything. Instead, no. Instead of following CDC guidelines, we go outside and fucking like block hospitals and shit like that and put more people at risk. And don't.
Okay, hold on. Let's stop right there. He came back again with the same thing. Have you read the CDC guidelines? Have you read the World Health Organization guidelines? I have. The World Health Organization states that lockdowns are bad, okay? That should not be your first reaction to this virus, locking everything down. That's not how immunity works. That's not how herd immunity works. What are we talking about, LA? CDC, they changed their minds just as much as fucking our Lord and Savior Anthony Jesus Fauci, the greatest doctor of all time. No one's above him. Let's
What's
keep
wrong
going.
with you, man?
Yeah, the school system is failing. But why are we relying on the school system to teach our children? And what is it that we want them to learn? What is it that we want our children to learn? Is it things that's going to make them successful in life? Because what do they learn now that's going to make them successful in life? Because their history lesson is not our history, it's somebody else's. And we're not learning about our history, we just learn about his history. When it's good to know some of his history so you know how to move in his world. But what is school really teaching you? It's not teaching you the things you need to be successful. It doesn't teach you about the economy. It doesn't teach you about trading on the world stock. It doesn't teach you about anything but other than how to go to middle school, high school, and then go into debt because you got to go to college. But you could take that same money that you spend in college to invest in something and make more money. Like, it's crazy.
Preach! Delicious! Shout out to Delicious! Yes! Oh my God, LA, wasn't you talking about this yesterday? Oh my,
It's,
it's almost like she listened to the fucking show.
it's one of my people. Shout out Delicious. Y'all
God,
make sure to go follow Delicious. She cool people.
Delicious. She tacos for you, lady. God, that was fucking wonderful. Why the fuck are y'all relying on this the indoctrination camps? The first teacher a child will ever have, every child, is the mother. Guess what? The mother also needs a father, that masculine energy. That's what the kid needs. You ever heard the expression, mama told you, daddy showed you? You need two parents, ladies and gentlemen. Stop this strong, independent woman bullshit. Stop this bitches ain't shit bullshit. Stop this bitch is crazy. Why did you get her pregnant? Stop this, my baby daddy ain't shit. Why the fuck did you open your legs to him without a condom? Work
Multiple times.
together. Raise these fucking children, because guess what? Your government ain't doing it for you. You see this. The teacher unions are not doing it for you. You're seeing this in real time. I'm sad that LA had to fucking bring up this sad ass article for people to wake the fuck up. Your show should be called Wake the Fuck Up.
What's wrong with you, man?
I'm
Why
sure
gotta
you
be
got
like
like,
that?
yeah, I'm no, man, I'm sure you got like 10 fucking podcasts and TV shows. You need to make a new one. Wake the fuck up. You can call me at any time. I'll be a fucking special contributor every fucking day. Wake the fuck up.
That's messed
Go
up, big
ahead, go
bro.
ahead. It's piling it's piling up. But go ahead. I'm talking
Yeah,
too long. I'm sorry.
we
Go
gotta get
ahead.
these comments up out of here. But check it out again. Right now, I'm live on YouTube while recording this. It looks different than looking at it in the app. You could choose either just to put that information out there that you can actually see it. It looks way different. If you do go over there, make sure you reply in the comments to let me know if it looks slick or not. If it's something that you want me to continue to do, I'm also gonna always still stream on stereo. I just also stream stereo to YouTube because it looks different between both. But you can pick. Let's get to the comments because they're starting to pile up.
It's like you literally are in debt. You could take that same money and invest in a business. You don't have to have a college degree to start your own company, but you need a college degree to go work in somebody else's. Sound like mine getting to me.
Okay, I'm back. I had to just stream on YouTube very quick. Let's keep it moving.
Okay, first off, there's people that are immunodeficient. It's very, this is my opinion. I think it's very selfish to go ahead and be like, okay, well, we have an immune system, so I can do whatever I want, but I still can spread the virus. So that's my standpoint on what you said about that. And you were also talking about how Australia had 3 lockdowns, right? Okay, now let me and how it wasn't helping for them or whatever. Okay, listen. Their case, I'll put it in perspective. Okay, this is American cases. New cases, you can search it up. It is 5,000. Wait, 500 no 57,000 currently new cases, right? That's by daily, right? Australia, they are in the double or single digits. um it wavers between 7 and 8 new cases. So you tell me. And we had like 2 spikes, they only had like 1 spike. So I mean, you tell me.
Okay, you once again you're reciting and regurgitating the CNN liberal talking points. Cases. Tell me about the end result. Tell me about the recovery. Tell me about the deaths, which nowhere near as projected by your democratic overlords. So you explain that to me. You keep going towards these other countries, which is way vastly different from America. I'm glad you said America, where the obesity rate is out of fucking control, where we have GMOs running wild like it's fucking Hulkamania. Stop it, bro. Stop it. And I'm not saying, oh, you bring up immunodeficiency rate. how many people? What's the percentage of people who have compromised immune systems? Okay. Then the follow-up question: what's the cause of those compromised immune systems?
Yeah, for the people that's high risk.
Diabetes. Yeah, diabetes, preventable. Heart disease, preventable. So remember last year they said, "Oh, black people are disproportionately affected by the COVID." Why is that, LA? Because black people, we love our fried chicken, right? We love everything with hot sauce, right? Because we don't get out and work out and eat right like everybody else. Let's be serious here. All that fear mongering bullshit will not work here, sir. It won't work. Stop it. Won't work here. Once again, if you are that scared of the Budweiser virus, stay your ass in the house. Powder your nose. Order some tampons off Amazon and some cookies and watch the latest season of Riverdale or something. I don't know. I don't know what people do these days. Let's keep
Watch,
going.
watch Love and Hip Hop.
As well
Love
as
and
I
hip hop.
had the COVID too. I got it from the school that I work at from one of the students who brought it home to my son. We both have underlying conditions. He's a diabetic. I have bronchitis and sickle cell. And but my daughter has never got it. She's go to school every day. Been going to school every day since August, and she's never got it. Didn't even get it when she was in the house with us when we quarantined 14 days. And we had no symptoms, no fever, no throwing up, not anything. So it's just how your immune system works.
Wow, oh my God, it's on what LA. Didn't I just say that? Huh. So my question is, how did her daughter not get it when she was in close proximity with two people who were tested positive for COVID? How? Are we living on Earth too? Did something get lost in the Matrix?
It's after Earth.
Huh?
It's after Earth.
This after Earth? So we because I thought we was on Earth too, where idiots roam free and reign. um, yeah, it's crazy because a lot of people I know who tested positive for COVID, mainly strippers, they show no signs, bro. None. No fever, coughs, shortness of breath, nothing. They just took a test and they said they were positive. They said, I feel fine. What? Huh. I've had count it, 9 family members that tested positive for COVID. Just fine. They survived. Huh. So you can keep bringing up cases, cases, cases. I remember last year when they kept saying, oh, deaths, 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 deaths. Then when that didn't go their way, when the survival rate was still 99, above 99%, now CNN tell us, oh, it's about the cases, 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 cases. Okay. And what? People still catch the flu. People still die more from the flu and viral pneumonia. Well, but we don't do nowhere near as much bullshit for those as we do for COVID. Flu season is from what? November to April? Then it cut off. Then they start another one. Why the fuck are we rolling the coronavirus deaths since last year? That it's you call this after Earth, Earth 2? I
Mm-hmm.
get it that we all went to public school, we all indoctrinated, and we all love to be scared and rely on the government to come swoop in with the red cape and the S on their chest and save us, or the D on their chest in Joe Biden's case. It's not going to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I'm going to say the vitamins for you. D3, calcium, magnesium, zinc, vitamins, selenium, water, exercise, 30 minutes. You don't got to go to the gym and do what I do every day. Because I'm a motherfucking beast in the gym. I ain't asking y'all to do that. No, take care of yourself. Last year should have been a fucking wake up call. The first thing they locked down is the gyms. Something you need. But you can still carry your stinking ass to Walmart. Don't make sense. Go. Let's keep going.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know
you
it's
got to
like
get some of
30
these other.
people.
Yeah, they piled up like a motherfucker.
Go ahead.
Okay, listen. He is probably younger and not the targeted, like the most the demographic where it's most lethal for him to get killed by the virus, but fact still remains. Listen, the reason, okay, let's say it's something like smallpox. Smallpox is not as big as a problem as it was back then. It just like, listen, if it's inside your body, right, it can multiply, and when it multiplies, there's a chance of changing its DNA, thus rendering it more dangerous or just giving a new genetic trait entirely. Okay, so let's say that with COVID, we're spreading like wildfire already. You already hearing about there's like fucking COVID, like 3.0 and 2.0, like there's like one in Britain, there's like one in Africa, and it came to America recently, and talking about how
Hey, what's up? I'm just tuning in. So I'm hearing about the COVID. So that means it's not lethal, or I just got a little sick. There's somebody who got the coronavirus, and it triggered their nervous system to spasm out, and they can no longer walk. That's a real thing. YouTube, I can't walk because of corona. Like it affects people in different ways, and it's mutating. So I think people see like the light cases, and they're like, "Oh, it's not that deep," but then they completely ignore the deadly cases.
Okay, real quick with him, I said it 3 times. I'm gonna say this one last time, and we can
Shout out,
keep going.
pause the thing. I
No,
tried to contact you earlier, man, but you was in the live already, and then you didn't answer. So, you know what I mean. But I tried to hit you up. Shout out, pause, and thank you. I'll make sure to follow him.
no, I'm going off the 99% survival rate. I get it. When people die, it's bad. No one lives forever unless you a mutant or something. You got immortality. You ain't telling me about it. I'm focusing off 99% survival rate. All right, let's keep going.
then again, you speaking volume. Yeah, how many obese people are in South Korea? They focus better on physical health, so that could lead them to having a better immune system. Since you're using that as your argument earlier about how we have an immune system, that people do not really, or healthy people per se, do not really have a good immune system because their body is working on more of their bodies basically like putting more strain on themselves because like they have a bigger mass and everything. So I mean like if you want to use that like if you want to use that as an argument, well there you go.
All right, I did. And I see we finally came to a consensus after an hour. But thank you. Tacos for you. Let's keep going.
Good
Ha!
deal.
Pornhub originals. Let's keep going.
Crazy, please stop. You're just reading from Anthony Fauci's playbook. You know how much money Anthony Fauci has made off this disease? He recently got an award in Israel, and with the award he got, it came with $1 million prize money. And what's next? If they get you to do this, what if they get you to wear a full face diaper? Countries like Australia and New Zealand, they wouldn't allow people out of their house but only certain hours of the day, certain days of the week, and you could only go up to 2 miles from your home. This is America. We will not stand for that. America is the one that brought the vaccine, not the fear.
America. I agree. Keep going.
Oh, let's go.
Delicious. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Yeah, I completely agree on the
Delicious.
fact like, okay, the school system is bullshit. What are they trying to teach us? Like, what are they trying to teach us? They don't teach me how to pay my taxes, but they teach me the quadratic formula. Y'all know how I know? Because I can say this: x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Okay, but I don't even know how the first thing to fill out a form. Okay, and I'm just saying like the school system. The reason why they have like such authority over it is because it's a law thing, and also you saying like I rather like. It's I'm not saying like it's either that you homeschool them you homeschool your kids or you just go along with the system or like that you try to fix the system and get into politics or something like that. That like I do agree with your standpoint and everything.
Okay, let's keep it moving. Let's try to get this number down.
Vice Reese, I don't know how to pronounce your name. If you could please clarify for me. Yeah, I definitely do agree with it. People should stop complaining about the whole oh well you got me pregnant. Oh well you a bitch. Well you a skank rat. I completely agree with that because government ain't shit about it. The foster care systems are shit, and you heard like, there's been multiple documents about fuck finding bodies under orphanage and shit like that like finding children body under orphanages. Can you believe that? So yeah, I understand like when you say like the government ain't gonna do shit for your kids.
Oh my God, me and Crazy agreed on two things in one show? Hell, that sort of thing. Let's keep going.
I do think college is the biggest scam that's ever been created. Um, I think in America, so other countries have universal, or they pay people to go to college, or college really is really cheap. In America, with it being such a capitalistic society, it's so expensive. So it really becomes a matter of what is your social class, um, in order if you have a degree. So if your family comes from money, if you have money, then it's a lot easier for you to get through college and pay for college. I just think it's a big scam. You don't need a degree outside of specialty fields like a doctor, a lawyer. Like you don't need a degree to be a HR manager or a marketing manager. Like it's just ridiculous. It's just a way for people to separate themselves in classes.
Hey, shout out to Pause and Think Real. I'm gonna be real quick. I know they piling up. LA covered this in yesterday's show, his show yesterday. You guys should really follow this dude and listen. He's spin game that you usually would have to pay for. So he spoke on yesterday. Guess what? 4-year degrees are not for everybody. And yes, they are designed to put you in debt and no career prospects. I tried the university system, did not work for me. Years later, I went to trade school, CDL. I'm making big money, never been happier. So, maybe all you guys should do the same. There's nothing wrong with trade schools and blue collar work. You can make 6 figures just as easy as a CEO.
For certificate,
Plumbers,
I thought you could just get
huh?
certified in something. You know what I mean? Certified
Yeah,
in trade.
trade,
College is 4 year.
trade.
4 year degrees is meant for a specific group of people. You don't necessarily need that now. They have a business degree. So I think it's a bachelor. I would say it's a bachelor. You could have an associate's too. It's a business degree. Yet you don't need it to start a business. There's no requirement.
Makes no sense.
There's no requirement you have to have that to start a business. I mean, people might think that you should, if you want to run a business, somebody else's business, but you don't need it to run your own. So not all degrees are for everybody. Degrees itself are not for everybody. And I actually think as time goes, we're seeing that it's needed even less. We got the most entrepreneurs and the most millionaires we've had in the past decade than any time prior. Any time prior. Most of them people don't have a degree, and well, most probably just have a high school diploma. And some, if not a lot of them, was high school dropouts. You know what I mean? Entrepreneurship. You can find a way to make a way. This is America. At the end of the day, you might think it's shitty in a whole lot of aspects, but one thing you can do is make money. If you hustle, you
Right.
find a way. You can make money. We talk a lot of shit, and I could talk a lot of shit about America or about people. Not saying like you know what I mean, but like the higher up people and whatever the case. But fact be the fact that you know what I mean, you can get it. Like it don't hold you. America don't hold your hand. The school system is not gonna hold your hand. I know that we lean on them to. I know that we kind of expect them to, but in a sense, they don't owe us nothing. They don't owe us nothing. They don't have to babysit you. Let alone when you become an adult, they don't babysit you. You go to college, you look to fail, nigga, you failing. You have to find a way to make a way out of that situation. You know what I mean? If you feel like you want a tutor, you better go say something. Better go find somebody. You know what I mean? Like that's on you as an adult in any situation. You can find a way to make a way in America. They ain't gonna hold your hand. You got to go out there and get it. We've seen Jeff Bezos in his own lifetime went from poor, having a certified garage sale, to become the richest man. Not over generations, right? In his lifetime, he's not dead. We talking about maybe 40 years or something. You know what I mean? To become the richest, he was poor. If you doing that, I'm assuming he's for sure in the poor class or in the poor class. How much he was making in a year, I don't know. He went from a garage sale to the richest man in the world, the single handed richest man in the world. Because I think there's families that's kind of close, but as a family, you know what I mean? Let's get some of these people out of here.
Them genes be set up and made differently, bro, and that's a perfect example. You and your mama, y'all gonna have the exact same DNA, and one strand be completely off, where she's allergic to peanuts and you allergic to jelly.
Yeah, Black Ray.
Oh yeah, those strippers ain't showing no signs as long as you showing money, shit.
And you're very fortunate because there are some people who have lost family members. And I can say from experience that one of my relatives have died, and almost every one of their family members have been in contact with COVID and was tested positive. And unfortunately, their mother didn't survive. Everyone else did, which, I mean, it's a good thing, but one person passed away. So yeah, you are very fortunate that everybody has came in contact and has survived, but not everyone is.
Okay, hold up.
Listen, okay, you're basically saying that how we're responding to the virus and our diets and everything, and if we're not built to last or whatever. This is what I'm getting based off what you're saying. So just clarify for me so I can go and make a counter argument because I still think I'm right even then because like okay, how we're responding to the virus, right? Is like based on how, our diets or whatever, how we're being affected by the virus is going to be disproportional because how other countries eat and everything and how we eat and how our lifestyle is completely up to us. So I mean, like, you're basically leaving in the chance of God or the hands of chance or whatever. If you're basically saying, well, we're fat, so of course we're gonna be or we have a terrible diet, of course we're gonna be affected this type of way. I mean, then again, you still have bodybuilders in America. You still have people that eat healthy. Granted, if you agree with me, if anyone has any common sense, like FDA here in America is shit. So I mean, I can kind of understand that, but then again, we have to take control of our own diets, and I don't think that's a good enough scapegoat to explain the whole a good enough scapegoat to explain the whole COVID thing. Okay, like I mean, I don't know a good comparison. I'll get back to you if I find out a good comparison.
Okay, you got a challenge on your hands. We're gonna try to get this number back down so y'all can keep on responding, and we can make sure we keep the messages current to what we're talking about at the time. So we want to make sure we don't have any old messages coming in.
Pause and think. Thank you. Like, thank you. Like what you just said was perfect. Like it does affect people differently. I didn't even bring up that point, but I don't even feel like I need to bring up that point. But what you just said was perfect. Dude, I'm not okay. Rock of Rum. Can't pronounce your name. Sorry, I'm not reading off of Anthony Fauci. I'm not on that political bullshit. Listen, politics play a major role in our life, but at the same time, it's a bunch of bullshit on either side. I just smell a little bit more on the Republican side. But I'm just saying, there's a bunch of bullshit on each side. So I mean, like, I'm not reading off of Anthony Fauci. I'm just reading off the fact that I'm not full on scientist, but I do believe in science and I do believe in logic and how logic plays in a role of this whole COVID thingy. You don't even need to be a freaking AP bio or not AP biologist, but just a biologist in general to understand the fact when shit mutates, shit can get stronger. When shit can get stronger, it can affect more people, therefore rendering it more lethal.
Let's keep it rolling.
To that guy who commented about Australia's restrictions, I just got off of a live with somebody from Australia, and you know what those restrictions did? They haven't had zero cases of corona in the past 6 months. Zero. Not even deaths, but zero infections. Like they're opening completely back up to festivals and things. Like things are getting back on track in other countries because they're just following the guidelines. And it's like, we're not following the guidelines because we think we're right. We think we're so smart that we should just go out and just Google what we should do. And people are so worried about having their freedoms taken away that they're completely negating what are the potential causalities of that. It's like just listen to the rules. No one's trying to bunker you down, and we'll be out of this. You're not right.
Oh, I think he said America not right. Okay, I see you got the hands clapping in there. Okay, hold up. We'd rather have some cheeks clapping, but you don't know.
Do you believe that for all ages, schools should be opening
George Wilson.
anytime soon?
Um, do we believe the schools will be opening or should
No, he
open?
said should. He said should.
I personally don't think that anything should be open, but that's me. I don't read too much into the virus shit though. You know what I mean? Outside of me opening up my Chrome browser, comes across. Uh, so it's the end up what I see. And if the title's interesting enough, I just might click it just to see what it is, and then I go on by my business. Yeah, I feel like it's enough bad shit going on in the world today that I don't need to open up a browser, go on TV for any type of news channel or any type of blog or whatever to see dumb shit happening. That's just me. Now, as far as the virus situation go, if things are or were the way they say they were with it being a contact thing, not saying that anybody's lying about anything. Again, I don't read too much far into it. But if that's the case, I believe if that's the case, then everything should shut down. It don't make sense to open up schools if everything is still open. As far as like if we saying it's a contact thing, meaning it's still out here spreading. If that's the case, it's still out there spreading because we really didn't close shit down. So why would we open up schools if we value the kids? That's why I say that. If we value the kids, why would you put them in rotation with everybody else that's passing? If that's the case, I think they should have shut everything down if it's a contact situation. Everything. But instead, we feel like we need to keep the necessity jobs open. We still need the police force. Um we still need the
Walmart,
doctors and nurses. Not saying that you don't need them if someone's already in there or whatever. Or if an emergency comes up, someone can
Walmart,
go there. Cool. Yeah, grocery store slash Walmart. Along with the thing of grocery stores, right? They had the what snuck behind grocery stores were corner stores or alcohol places that really just sell alcohol but sold snacks too. They all got looked at like they was grocery stores, right? Because if I ain't got no vehicle maybe and I can't get to the nearest grocery store, they allowed the corner stores to open up to be their spot for grocery stores. You got the mail people out here. You got just everyday people out here still. So we really never still shut down at all. We never did. You know what I mean? We shut down a portion of it, but we really still never shut down. We still have outside in rotation all day, every day. And we just slowly started letting other people open back up. So if it was a point where, hey, we need to shut down, why we never shut down? Hey, man, we could kill this thing in 2 weeks. So why you never shut anything down for the 2 weeks period? And by anything, I mean everything down for the 2 week period. If it's a contact situation, y'all said it could die in a couple hours. That's what was told. I'm not saying I don't know if it's true or false because nobody really know what it is, or I really don't care to know what it is. Not to say that like I'm ignorant of whatever the case is. I'm a mailman. I'm a mail carrier. I had 2 corona scares, right? Since it started, right? Out here every day, outside of when I had got my knee injury, you know what I mean, going later on with over the past few months or whatever the case. I was out there every day doing 12 hours a day as a mail carrier. Since corona hit, we was never laid off. We never stopped working. I've never contacted corona. Me doing 12 hours a day, that means I probably went to about 1,000 people houses a day, 1,000 homes a day, between regular homes, duplexes, and businesses, 1,000 of them a day throughout my zip code, and I never have contacted Corona in a year plus ever. I've been outside every day, every day. You know what I mean? So I can't say what it is or what it's not. But again, if it's a contact thing, we need to completely shut down. Opening the schools, I mean, that just opens the kids to, if it's still, you know what I mean, in rotation, opens the kids to get it. And I don't see why that would be a good thing. But there are some schools that's already open though. So my son is in a private school. His not open. They do everything online. They don't go to school no time through the week. It's all online. You got something to add to that, Reese? Do you think that they should be open?
at this point, I'll say what I said before, bro. If you don't want to assume the risk, stay at home.
Let's keep it moving.
Um,
Keep
how
going.
this capitalistic society is built, we're not built to shut down, especially with this corrupt government, Republicans or Democrats. We're not built, we're not created to not produce. Um, ideally, in an idealistic world, last year in January, when Trump wanted to do the travel ban, he would have used powers that he did not have and shut down the whole country. Nothing moved. 14 days. So says your science. But he did not do that. And you're right. He left it up to the individual state governors to lock down their individual states, which did not help matters. So unless we're going to lock everything down and give everybody elliptical machines and all the vitamins they need to for 30 days to
All,
fight the virus, if
all the
you
bottles
don't
of
have
water and all the noodles you need. You know
or just in case you asymptomatic, because there are a lot of those running around that won't even feel that they have this virus. Unless we locking every single thing down, Walmart, grocery stores, everything. Yeah, no. But once again, that's not how viruses work. That's not how immunity works. Especially for a virus where they tell us different information about it every week that contradicts the previous week's information. As for schools, I don't have a dog in the fight. I do not have children. Won't have any anytime soon. Best of luck to the rest of y'all. Don't I don't care. I don't.
Let's keep it going.
Yeah, I do agree with y'all. When you're talking about school and everything, yes, college is the biggest scam in the world. I repeat, college is the biggest scam in the world. Granted, getting into college may be easier in America rather than other countries. I don't know if this still applies, but back then in France, basically there was 2 years where French kid had to pass their high schoolers.
Uh,
French kid high schools had to pass this type of exam to go on to college, right? So only half of them pass out of the 2 years of people who have taken it. So only a certain amount of people were able to go to a type of French school. So yeah, but they do have really high acceptance rate though and everything. But I'm just saying, me learning about Shakespeare work doesn't require me to be me trying to become a freaking brain surgeon doesn't require me to learn how to speak Old English and understand Old English. So yeah.
God damn it.
really?
That wasn't even a sexy moan at all. You need to do a little better than that. Let's keep going.
Either that or he ain't got it all the way in yet. I don't know what the fuck he doing.
Or
All right, sorry about my last one where I was just moaning. If you could have one kind of pet, what would it be besides a cat or a dog or a fish or the common animals?
a dragon. All right, let's keep going.
That is that considered an animal? He could be like an
Sure.
alligator, like a big ass alligator,
Look,
or
look,
a sloth.
look,
Give me a
look.
sloth.
If when if men who couldn't cut it as men and want to transform into women and beat women up in sports are considered real biological women, a dragon is an animal.
Mm.
Let's keep going.
Yeah, another very good example of people that didn't go to Harvard but have people working for them at Harvard is Elon Musk. Was he the smartest person? No. Did he get the best SAT score? Nope. I didn't see a 1600 on his SAT score, but he was the richest man until I don't know some Bitcoin incident happened and he dropped 13 billion down, which therefore making Jeff Bezos the richest man again or whatever, or that might be old news or whatever. But he's consistently one of the top 2 or 4 or 3 richest men.
Shout out him, shout out him. Hey, look, we probably around the hour and 40 minute mark, something like that. Probably just over an hour and 40 some minutes. We're gonna cut off for normally around 2 hours. So we got 20 minutes, right? You better try to get through the rest of these chats, finish the
Hour and
conversation.
45 minutes, sir. We got 15. You told me an hour and 15. You do this shit to me every time,
No,
LA.
you in
Okay.
here beefing with people this time. It ain't on me
Okay.
today.
Okay. I'm
Okay, no
not even
energy for
beefing.
the first
I told.
conversation.
Look.
They've been beefing
Look.
with you. You've been going off on rants, 5 and 10 minute rants and shit.
Hey, I told you, Crazy Boy made my day. I'm actually in a good mood now, from his liberal playbook. I love hearing from him. I'm gonna give him a follow.
With pause right there. What's going on, Vice? How's it going? The Last Styles. How's it going, gentlemen? The school system failing. They've been failing since day zero. But I agree with them. In fact, half family was in the thick of it. I'm talking about July, August. Those motherfuckers got their guns and said, if anyone leaves their home, you're gonna get murdered. You will be murdered, and they will do it. So whatever you need from the store, whatever, we'll bring you guys provisions. Put in a piece of paper what you guys want, and we'll grab it for you guys. But no one leave your home, because if you do, you're dead. And everybody stood behind for a month, and guess what? Pow, COVID's over. Non-existent there. Mexico. Dirt roads.
Cartel.
Okay, in all honesty, I think schools they shouldn't be, but I think like just going based off what I'm seeing right now, and I'm just gonna leave like my whole COVID stance away. I'm just saying like just going based on what I'm seeing right now and how bullshit. And I'm just saying like government's a little bit bullshit, and we all can agree on that, and how like they want to press things, and how they're gonna make sure that we have to take the vaccine and everything, although they don't know how long, like like the effects of the longevity or whatever. Fuck, I can't say it, like the time, like like how 15 years or whatever. They will still open up anyways because that's how they want it. So I mean, what can we do aside from comply?
Shout out, Crazy Boy. Again, the original topic is do you believe our school systems are failing? And now that's led us into the Corona situation, along with a mix of the Corona situation and schools. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's get through these chats. Better send them now. Send them.
One thing that annoys me about the American school system is they'll pick and choose what's the most important subjects to talk about. Like they won't tell the correct history of America as far as how Black people have helped contribute, but they'll go ahead and adopt different ideologies like transgenderism and teaching young elementary and middle school kids that like a girl can actually be a boy and having a penis doesn't make you a boy, or not all girls have vaginas. Like this is another topic, but it's just the American school system. Like we just need to teach our own kids and be careful about what we are letting these teachers teach our kids. But that's kind of another topic, maybe for another live.
Facts. Facts. Pause and that content. Create that post. Schedule it. And add Vice Reese. I think he'll probably have a good opinion on that. He's probably gonna snap, but I mean, he can be
Oh
involved in that.
God, you add me if you want a fucking 2 hour debate on your hands, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh God,
Also,
I'm
remember,
gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up.
remember we
God
have
damn.
a show at 9 o'clock tonight. That's Central Standard Time. You know what I mean? So that's in a couple hours. Well, like 2.5 hours. 9 o'clock show about what's your body count and what's your age? How many sexual partners have you had and what's your age? I'm taking a poll. I'm writing down the numbers. I'm waiting for women to come in and lie so I can snap. I've been waiting all day. Actually, I've been waiting since the beginning of the week for this, so we can average who's worse. All right. Send them comments in for this topic though. Send the comments in. Make sure you follow. Go hit that bell. You know what I mean? Go to the bio, hit the bell as a reminder. Make sure you show up at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It doesn't make sense to open up schools and like okay, I'm gonna sound like I know I'm gonna sound a bit contradictory in my statement, but like you gotta understand. Okay, schools like they're just showing what they want to show you as far as infection rates. Gyms like I heard like gyms I seen like gyms actually have like better COVID precautions than actual schools where like maybe at the most 3,000 4,000 people are going to, at the least 1,000 2,000 people are going to, which that shouldn't even be a headline in the first place, but it made it there. So I mean like I kind of believe a little bit like on the whole like the whole gym thing. Plus how your boy trying to get fit, he's trying to get some girls.
Crazy boy say you trying to get fit, man. You trying to be out here. Where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Where need to go? Wow. Let's get through him. Let's get through him. Shout out Crazy Boy. Sounds actually like he has a little bit of knowledge. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna even lie. You know what I mean? It's my first time really hearing him. I believe. I don't think I've seen him on the podcast before. Sounds like he got a little bit of knowledge. You know what I mean? If you got an intellectual idea for a podcast, you might want to add them. You might want to follow him. Him, Paul's you think, man, and make sure you send them a invite to a live.
Can y'all hear me?
Who's that, Ronisha? Ronisha. That sounded like it was Ronisha. Was that Ronisha? I missed it.
I mean, to be honest, like here's my take on it, right? So with COVID, the whole let's open up quick, let's close down everything, so then we can open up quicker. My stance on it is like I feel like we should do what's good for each individual state, but like whatever state doesn't want people coming in with corona just have to like have tight security and everything. But then again, that'll lead to further division, and then we already know what happened with division with the Civil War and everything. So yeah.
Okay, okay.
The thing that really ticks me off about Democrats, since we're getting into political ideology, which I promised I wouldn't go into too much, but is there? Oh, well, okay. So like, I don't believe in communism or capitalism. I'm a strong supporter of socialism. What Americans think of socialism as today is what they think of as Russia is today. But well, technically they are socialism, but they're just a bit more totalitarian, based on the fact that they were built more off of communism than capitalism, how we were. True capitalism is how I think like a drug cartel. Think of like that. Like there's no laws, whatever is free range, whatever. Socialism, I say that is, I think is good because granted there's government regulation and everything, but like if I had my boy Bernie in office, then I don't really mind. Just going purely off of that because he's not as bullshit as much Dems or reps. So
Oh, okay, okay. We almost through 'em.
yeah. W2S is sexy. Yes, assignment time. Oh, as you can see, I won my British voice because they are a British YouTube group. All right. Harry is my favorite sideman because he is genuine. He's genuinely stupid, but a genuine nice guy. Especially after seeing the video Harry versus 20 Women, where JJ, aka Forehead, aka Fat Neek, aka the black man who wrecked Logan Paul's shit, or fought Logan Paul, depending on which side you were on. He forgot to put ads on the video, so all that embarrassing shit that W2S did, he didn't get paid for it for the first 3 million views. So I mean, yeah.
You crazy will be out here watching the bullshit I see.
Okay. All in all, we did have our little disagreements and everything, but I respect that y'all were able to hear my point as well as I was able to hear your points and
Facts.
everything. But like it's what can I say? So it's opinions. Nobody's gonna be happy at the end of the day. But I'm happy that we were able to respect each other's opinion. Although if we don't really think at some points we can agree, and some points we didn't really agree on. But I'm happy to say that it didn't feel like one of those high school fucking debates where somebody's yelling across the room and there's like this person trying to be the mediator and be like, shut the fuck up, no, you speak, no, you speak or whatever. Like last time I was on not Discord, fucking stereo the other time, trying to like explain my point of view about like basically what I said over here, but I was like, well, some hardcore right wing people and everything, and I kind of got a bit mad and I just said something I shouldn't have said.
So before I know we got two left. I know I'll tell I shut up. But at the end of the day, I'm a libertarian. I'm not a Republican or a Democrat, and I live for civil conversations. Um, Me and LA have conversations every day, and along with our other buddies.
I live the
I
life.
don't agree with 70. I don't agree with 70% of the shit they say, but hey, once again, if I hear a game, I'm listening. We ain't gonna always agree. That the world ain't set up like that. But I am willing to listen to everybody's point of view. I don't give a shit if you're gay, straight, tranny, girl, boy, them, shim, z, zer. I'll listen to you.
On
All
top
right,
of
let's
that,
keep going.
it's not meant for us to always agree. So make sure you follow us. We do what we do. Act like a mediator a little bit. For sure, everything that you say will be heard. We play everything over here. We will most likely respond to everything over here unless it's not something to actually or that need a response. If I say something and then the next comment on the same page, I'll say agree. I agree. He ain't saying nothing wrong, whatever the case, because there's no need for me to say anything more than that. You know what I mean? But everything will get played, everything will get listened. I know for a fact that we all didn't grow up the same. We didn't grow up in the same area. We didn't grow up in the same household. Our parents was different people. Our brothers was different people. Your teachers was different than mine. Your school system was different than mine. Your job area and economy was different than how mine ran. I'm not gonna have the same point of view that you have exactly to the T. What I am though is open-minded. I can sit here and listen to someone with a difference of opinion than mine and take something from it, whether I change my mind on how I felt about something or not. Even if I didn't change my mind, I still feel the way I feel. I might I might get more insight or a little bit of more insight to the situation it's like you got to think outside the box. Now I got information from a point of view that I never thought about before. You know what I mean? If you was raised rich, you wouldn't know the stories of a poor person unless you heard them from a poor person. You probably couldn't even imagine. You just see what you see on TV, whatever case. You would they told you some of the stories that went on in the poor person neighborhood, you probably wouldn't even believe it, but you will never get a chance to believe it or decide if it was true or not unless you heard it. So over here, we like discussion. We like to talk. This is not a one-sided thing. It's not us versus y'all. I'm a host. Reese is a host. You guys are hosts. We all run the conversation. We all should have a seat at the table, and let's talk this thing out. That's what this system is about. At least what we're trying to do. You know what I mean? Between myself, make sure you follow me, Vice Reese, Black Knight 24, KDG. Hey, what is KDG? She got to take them numbers up out of there. KDG 87 or 1987. You know what I mean? Make sure you follow Katie's Plaything. Don't let the name turn you off. You know what I mean? He's a bit weird and a bit freaky, but you know what I mean? He cool people. Hell, follow Queen G. Follow uh Played All Barbie, exciting. Follow Indica. Follow Delicious. You know what I mean? It's a whole circle of people over here that makes entertaining content, and we mess with each other happy. You know what I mean? So make sure you hit those follows. Make sure you hit those check out all those people. Crazy Boy is a new one. You know what I mean? Seems to have his head on straight, no matter what side of the coin he's on. To get these conversations going. Let's go.
Like the way that they were denying the facts, like I don't even know. I had to pull up like fucking like Google documents to be explaining to them. They'd be like, no, 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 no. Well, because this and that, this and that, this and that. And it was mainly because of the political part, because they were like hardcore Trump supporters and everything, basically saying, oh, Trump, oh, he didn't cause the insurrection at the Capitol. I mean, well, he was a main. I'm just saying, like I believe he was a main part of it. And they're like, oh well, but he said this and this and this tweet. I'm like, well, then again, he started it. He tried to slow it down, but still hit. So, and we people disagree. Basically, good job on debating, and I appreciate your standpoint as much as you appreciate my standpoint. Although we now appreciate the the opinions, but oh well, it's an opinion for a reason. Bye.
Shout out Crazy Boy again. This is all a learning experience. You know what I mean? We was here for a debate. If we all had the same opinion, there would be no discussion. There wouldn't be a reason to have this topic. We all just like, hey man, I feel like so and so, so and so. Then everybody go around the table and say, hey man, me too, me too. Ain't got no more to add. Me too. It'd be a short ass podcast, bro.
Right.
It'd be a short
Right.
ass podcast.
Boring ass podcast.
So I'm here we here with the intent that we're gonna find someone that thinks differently than us to get their opinion on the situation to see what's the consensus out here. Is the consensus that this person is right or wrong, if this system is broken, or is nothing wrong with it at all, or whatever the case is. And let's talk about it. Why do you feel that way? This is why I feel this way. That's why he feel this way. Okay, let's see if there's some type of commonalities across each individual. No, yes, you know what I mean? And let's go from there. Last one that's in the queue.
Oh my God, pause, think. Pause and think. Listen, you won't even know. Okay, so there was okay, back then, the Red Scare. There was two Red Scare. I think it was on the second Red Scare with the whole communism thing and everything. I'm not even gonna talk about the communism part. I'm gonna talk about this, right? Okay, American schools. They literally, because of how biased they were towards or prejudice and bias and shit like that, how they were towards other political ideology. They literally made a full credit course about it was this. It was the name of this, right? It was Americanism versus communism. A full credit course. A full credit course saying Americanism versus communism. I would understand capitalism versus communism, that type of course, but no, whatever.
We got one more. Hold on.
that
I
Beast,
just
go.
saw, like, this is my first time on this app, and I just saw the school systems still failing in 2021. I just want to say one thing about schools. You know how, like, whenever one person gets in trouble, like, they punish the whole class? Just, like, that completely ruins the whole point of, like, kids wanting to do better in the future, because then if they punish the whole class and then that one kid or like they punish the whole class because of one kid, then all the people who do good things, they aren't going to want to do good anymore. They're just going to be like, you know what, screw it. If this is how life is, if one person does something bad and then I get in trouble for it, then you know what, I'm just going to just like give up. So I just wanted to say that, just as an example of like how school systems are failing.
Facts. Facts.
Well,
You
welcome to
agree?
being a black person, where you get punished for everything other motherfuckers do.
Or the military.
Right.
You gonna hear about
Or
getting
law
cooked up in this
enforcement.
motherfucker.
Like, god damn.
You got any closing things you want to put out there, Bisco? Any things you want them to follow you on or to watch out for?
Once again, I know I said this in the first hour. Keep, work together. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to gain new knowledge. Marry. Have your children with a responsible partner. Keep your kids off this indoctrination camp slash public school to prison pipeline. Keep an open mind. Follow Crazy Boy, because I'm pretty sure me and him will be meeting again. I know his Lord and Savior, Anthony Fauci. But shout out to him. I'm gonna follow him after this. You can catch me on PlayStation and Xbox Live. Reese Go Train is the name. I've got everything, so you can play pretty much everything. I don't really have social media like that, so um, LA tortures me at least once a week on this thing. So keep following LA. We'll see what happens. God damn
You got another one up.
it.
Can you all hear me? How you guys doing?
What's going on, Ronisha? That's Ronisha Reese from Xbox. Ronisha02. She got Isha. I was waiting on her because I know she got to have or would have had some opinion on the school system since how she was it was a Head Start teacher, kindergarten teacher, one of the two.
And yes, this is Ish, Ronisha 02.
I don't have her on Xbox.
You don't got Isha? She been around since damn near
No,
Soldier been around. Oh, baby.
I don't have her. I don't believe I have her. I guess I don't know if you can. You send me her shit. I'll add her today since I'm playing the damn playing like that Star Wars game you told me about.
Yeah, I'm about to hop on the
Fallen
game
Order.
right after this. So look, if y'all got Instagram, you follow your boy on Instagram at the LA Styles. The LA Styles is in my bio around that joint some motherfucking weird, right? I'm also streaming this on YouTube live. It looks different. I'm a hashtag. It looks different. Your boy out here. You know what I mean? So if you look at LA Styles, YouTube LA Styles, and see how this look right now, you can be like, listen, that man doing something big over there. You know what I mean? Make sure you follow me on Twitter at the LA Styles. All right, we got a lot more coming. A lot more coming. We doing a lot with the as a group, and we doing a lot on stereo to try to push this moving over here very far. Our main body of podcasts, which is We Are the Initiated, and best believe that we are the initiated. Right? We have a podcast by the name or by that name on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Deezer, whatever your podcast streaming platform is. We also add this podcast to that platform as an official franchise or official listing. So make sure you follow us so you can hear yourself everywhere. All right, everywhere you go, you can listen. You don't have to just have the stereo app. This is going to be on Spotify and Apple sometime this week. All right. Follow your boy, follow the booth, and make sure you hit that bell on the upcoming episodes. We here Monday through Friday at 9 o'clock every night. And through the afternoon, I might throw in a tidbit of my own. This is one that was off the cuff, or hop in on one of yours, right? Normally, I'm off work about 5 o'clock, probably at the latest 5:30 or whatever the case is. If you want me to feature on something or somebody in the circle to feature on something, right? Look for it between that time, especially if you're looking for me between 6 and 9. I might hop on something to give you 30 minutes or a quick hour. You know what I mean? Before our own joint come on, because that gotta go. All right, we appreciate the love. Let's get these other 2 comments up out of here, and we're gonna close this show out. Again, if I don't say it, make sure everybody stays safe. Whatever it means to you, do that. You know what I mean? Make sure you stay safe, stay in good health. Make sure your family, your kids, your parents who's high risk or whatever the case get whatever treatment or anything that they need so they can stay in the same situation. Stay safe, stay. You know what I mean? Get your peace, and let's try to get through this thing. We got the last 2 comments, and we're gonna shut it down.
I had a lot of things, but I didn't know exactly how to use this dang thing.
Bernicia doesn't do good with technology, ladies and gentlemen. We've only been on here 2 weeks, and she's just now getting to it. Let's get up out of here. Hold up.
Is this mail carrier?
No. Mail carrier
What?
is that's Reese. That's Stunning Reeseyo on Xbox. Mail carrier is Black Knight 24. You know what I mean? It sounds like
Hold
a
on.
porn name or
Wait,
something.
wait, wait. Wait. Hold on. Let me turn my Xbox on. Because I don't think I'm stunning Ricio no more.
Yeah,
Like,
you don't know what the fuck your name is. Me myself, if y'all looking
yeah,
for some action, you know what I mean? I'm Ice Revolver on everything. Everything. You can catch me on Xbox as Ice Revolver. That's been my name since Xbox existed. I've had the same name since Ice Revolver. You know what I mean? It's spelled how it sounds. I'm on Ice Revolver on PlayStation, which I don't play. I'm Ice Revolver on Xbox, which I do play. You know what I mean? You can catch me on PC. My Steam name is Ice Revolver. On Ubisoft Connect, GOG, Origins, Ice Revolver. If you want some action, holla at your boy. You know what I mean? Hit me through the messages on those platforms, mainly on Xbox if that's the case, because I don't fuck with PlayStation. Or hit me on Instagram if you're trying to get some action. All right. I got a lot of co-op multiplayer. I really love adventure games though, but I will hop on some co-op multiplayer shit if somebody down for some action. All right, hit up your boy Ice Revolver. Other than that, social media, it's the LA Styles on everything. I have to on everything. It's the LA Styles. I'm saying on everything because on every platform it's the same name. All right, and we out. We out, Bisco.
all right, man.
Peace.